नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम हृदय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरकिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते। सप्तकांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानु सुते देवी प्रणमामि हरि। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधुलुक्खै क्षिप्तस्य कामादि तरंगमध्ये कृपामयी त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृंदे नमस्ते चरणारविंदम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। শ্রী রূপের বড় ভাই শ্রী সনাতন গোসাই পাৎসার উজির হইয়াছিলা। শ্রীরূপের পত্র পেয়ে বন্দী হইতে পলাইয়ে কাশীপুরে গৌরাঙ্গ ভেটিলা। ছেঁড়া কাঁথা অঙ্গমলি হাতে নখ মাথে চুলি নিকটে যাইতে অঙ্গ হেলে দুই গুচ্ছ শ্রেণী করে এক গুচ্ছ দন্তে ধরে পড়িল চৈতন্য পদতলে। শ্রীরূপের বড় ভাই श्री सनातन गोसाई ये बादशाह का मंत्री हुआ था, मंत्री था। और श्री रूप गोस्वामी का जब पत्र मिला तब क्या हुआ, वही बंदी से मुक्त होकर काशीपुर में जाकर गौरांग को भेंट किया। श्री रूप पत्र में लिखा था, क्या लिखा था, ये जलूपते का गोता मथुरापुरी रघुपते का गोता गोतोत्तर कौशला इति विचिन्त्य कुरुष्मान स्थिरम। जगत में कोई नित्य है नहीं। ऐसा बोल के जब चिट्ठी मिला तभी उन्होंने वही बंदी स्थल से भागकर काशीपुर में जाके गौरांग को भेंट किया। पत्र में क्या लिखा था कि जुलू को रामचंद्र का कौशल कहाँ गया, कृष्ण का मधुपुरी कहाँ गया, ऐसा विचार करके मन में स्थिर करना, इस जगत में कोई नित्य नहीं। और ये भी बता दिया, बनिया का घर में 10,000 मुद्रा रखा, इसी से अपना बंधन एक मुक्त करो, रिश्तेदार को भी जो देना भेज देना। ऐसा बोल के चिट्ठी दिया। क्योंकि पहले तो उनके पास एक कपड़दग भी नहीं था, जब बंदी में था। इनका पत्र जब मिला तब उनको हौसला आया, तब बंदी से भाग के गया। जो जेलर उनको मुक्ति देने के लिए इनकार किया, ये बादशाह का भय से मैं आपको मुक्ति दे नहीं सकता, ये हमारा भय है। लेकिन जब 7,000 मुद्रा उनका सामना में धर दिया, तब उनका कोई राज भय चला गया। कामातुराणाम न भयम न लज्जा। कामातुर व्यक्तियों का भय और लज्जा रहता नहीं, इसलिए 7,000 मुद्रा देखते ही इनका राज भय हट गया और उसी से अपना को मुक्त करके काशीपुर जाकर गौरंग को भेंट किया। कैसा किया? छीड़ा काथा अंगो मोली हाथे नख मुखे चुली माथे चुली निकटे जाइते अंग हेली। एक गुजरी फटा हुआ और शरीर में मैला, हाथ में नाखून बड़ा बड़ा हो गया, माथा में केस भी बड़ा है। प्रभु का पास जाने में शरीर हिलने लगा। दुई गुच्छ त्रीन करे एक गुच्छ दंते धरे पड़िला चैतन्य पद तले। 2 हाथ में 2 त्रिन का और एक क्या किया? दांत में धारण करके चैतन्य का चरण में गिर पड़े। दरवेश रूप देखी त्रहुर सजल आँखी बाहु पसारिया ऐसे दे। सनातने कोरी कोले कातरे गोसाई बोले प्रथमे रे स्पर्श की लगी। तो जब उनका दरवेश का रूप देखा तो प्रभु को आंखों में आंसू आया। हाथ को आगे करके भाग के आ गया और सनातन को अपना बाहु से आलिंगन किया। तब सनातन गोस्वामी बोला, इस अधम को आप किस कारण स्पर्श किया? इसलिए मैं अस्पृश्य योग्य नहीं, स्पर्श करने का योग्य नहीं। आज पामर पापी दीन कौन है? जो असंतुष्ट, दुराचार बुद्धि निष्कुले निज व्यवहार। मैं दुराचार हूँ, सदाचार मेरा नहीं है। निष्कुल निम्न कुल में नीच व्यवहार हमारा है। एहेनो पामर जने स्पर्श प्रभु की कारणे योग्य नहीं तुम्हारा स्पर्श। हे प्रभु, इसमें देखिए जो पामर पापिष्ट, इसका किस कारण से स्पर्श करते हैं? आपको मेरा जैसे पामर को स्पर्श करना ठीक नहीं। मैं स्पर्श योग्य नहीं हूँ। प्रभु करे सनातन धन्य करो की कारण तब धन्य फटे मोर किया। यह सनातन, तुम किस कारण इसमें भी दीनता करते हैं? तुम्हारा गन्नों में मेरा छाती फूट जाता है। कृष्णेर करुणा आछे भालो मंद नहीं बाचे तुम्हारा स्पर्शी पवित्र लगिया। कृष्ण का करुणा है, ये अच्छा बुरा विचार नहीं करते। तुमको स्पर्श करता हूँ मैं अपना आप को पवित्र करने के लिए। भोट कंबल देखी गाय पुनः पुनः प्रभु चाहे लज्जित हुईला सनातन। भाट कंबल को देखकर बार बार उनको तरफ निगाह देते, इससे सनातन शर्मिंदा हो गया। गौरी अरे भोट दिया छिड़ा कांसा लोया प्रभु पासे पुनरागमन। गौड़ियों का एक भोट कंबल भेंट देकर एक फटा हुआ गुदड़ी लेकर प्रभु का पास आ गया। आज्ञा दिल रूप सने देखा होले वृंदावने प्रभु आज्ञा करिला गमने। प्रभु क्या आज्ञा दिया, तुम वृंदावन जाओ, वहाँ रूप गोस्वामी के साथ तुम्हारा भेंट होगा। तब प्रभु का आदेश मिलने से वो वृंदावन चला गया। गौरांग करुणा करी राधा कृष्ण नाम माधुरी शिक्षा कराइल सनातने। गौरांग देव कृपा करके राधा कृष्ण का जो नाम रूप माधुरी ये शिक्षा कराया। छेड़ा कांसा नेड़ा माथा मुखे कृष्ण गुण गाथा परिधान छेड़ा बहिर्वास। ये फटा हुआ क्या है, गुदड़ी मस्तक मुंडित मुख में कृष्ण गुणगान गाते हैं और परिधान में फटा हुआ बहिर्वास। कभू कांदे प्रभु हंसे, कभी भी रोते हैं तो कभी हंसते हैं। कभू प्रेमानंदे भासे, कभू भिक्षा कभू उपवास। कभी प्रेमानंद में लहरी आ जाता है और कभू भिक्षा करते हैं और कभू उपवास रहते हैं। अतःपर सनातन प्रवेशिला वृंदावन रूप संगे होइल मिलन। उसका बाद सनातन वृंदावन में जाके हाजिर हुआ और रूप गोस्वामी के साथ मिलित हुआ। प्रेमे अश्रु नेत्र भरी सनातने गले धरी कांदे रूप गर्द गर्द वचन। प्रेम में आंखों में आंसू बहने लगा और सनातन का स्पर्श करके क्या होने लगा, रोने लगा और सात्विक विकार को जो गदगद वचन यही निकालने लगा। ब्रजपुरे घरे घरे माधु करी भक्ता करे यही रूपे गुआए सनातन। ब्रजपुर में माधुपुरी करते हैं, घर घर में जाकर एक एक मधुकर जैसे हर एक फूलों से मधु संग्रह करते हैं। इसी में भी वहाँ माधुपुरी संग्रह करने लगे। कुछ दिन बाद ये भी छोड़ दिया, माधुपुरी छोड़ दिया। माधुपुरी छोड़ कर क्या किया, कुंजे कुंजे रहे पड़ी एक एक कुंज में पड़ के रह जाते हैं। घर मोकर नहीं, घर कुंज में। जो बेल पेड़ों में झोपड़ी हो जाता है, उसी में ही रहते। उच्चैश्वरे आस्तो नदी, राधा कृष्ण बोली कांदे, हनास हनास बोली जाती। ऊंची आवाज से आर्तनाद करते हुए राधा कृष्ण बोल के रोने लगे और हा नाथ बोल के आवाज करने लगे, पुकारने लगे। गौरांगेर जत गुण कहे रूप सनातन, यही रूपे कतदिन থাকে। गौरांग का जो गुणगान रूप सनातन आपस में एक कथोपकथन से कुछ रोज तक बिताया। कतदिन अंतर मना 56 दंड भावना, 4 दंड निद्रा वृक्ष तले। सारा दिन अंतर मना चुपचाप रहते थे, किसी को कुछ नहीं, कोई सोचता नहीं। इस माफिक 56 दंड वही चिंतन करते थे। 4 दंड निद्रा जाते थे। 1 घंटा 36 मिनट निद्रा जाते थे। कहाँ निद्रा जाते थे? पेड़ का नीचे नहीं। कृष्ण नाम गाने थके, स्वप्ने राधा कृष्ण देखे, अवसर नहे एक तीले। हर भगत कृष्ण नाम गुण में मस्त रहते थे और एक तिल भी उनका फुर्सत नहीं रहता, तिल भर भी फुर्सत नहीं रहता। छाड़ी भोग अभिलाष तरु तले करे बास, 2-4 दिन उपवास। भोग आदि छोड़ करके, बादशाह का उचित पद छोड़ करके, इन्होंने अर्थ मंत्री का पद छोड़ करके पेड़ का नीचे वास करने लगा। 2-4 दिन तो लगातार उपवास ही रह जाते। और कबू कबू क्या करते हैं, कखनो बनेर शाक अलबने करी पाक मुखे देय 2-1 गिलास। कभी कभी वन जंगल में जो शाक पैदा होता है, जिससे कोई खेत नहीं करते, ऐसा ही पैदा होता है। इसको भी पाक करते थे लवण विहीन। लवण कहाँ से लाए? सूक्ष्म वस्त्र बाजे गाय, धुलाए धूसर काय, कंठकते विद्ध है पास। तो जिनका सूक्ष्म वस्त्र फाइन कपड़ा, वो भी शरीर में कांटा जैसे बिकता था। आज सारा शरीर धूला में धूलिमय हो जाता, और पैर में कांटा बिद्ध होता था। बल्लभ दास मने करे अभिलाष, कतदिन अवतार दास। राधा बल्लभ दास कहते हैं, हमारा मन में अभिलाषा है, मैं कब उनका दास बनूंगा। जय जय पहुँच सनातन नाम, सकल भुवन जहाँ जोशु गुण ग्राम। सनातन गोस्वामी प्रभु का जय हो, जय हो। सनातन नाम सार्थक हो, सब भुवन जिनका गुणगान कीर्तन करते हैं, तेजल सकल सुख संपद अपार श्री चैतन्य चरण जुगल कुरु सार। और क्या किया? सब भोग सुख त्याग देकर श्री चैतन्य चरण जुगल क्या किया? उनको सार किया, उनको एकमात्र अवलंबन किया। श्री वृंदावन भूमि कोरिवास रूपत तीर्थ सब करल प्रकाश। वृंदावन भूमि में निवास करते हुए लुप्त तीर्थ को सब प्रकाशित किया। इसलिए कवि ने कीर्तन किया, जंग कली रूप शरीर न धारत तम ब्रज प्रेम कुटरी कौन कबाट उहाड़त को जानो तो सो वृंदावन को जानो सब रीति। यदि रूप शरीर धारण नहीं करते तो वृंदावन का महिमा, जहाँ पर बंद का जो कुटरी में, इसको दरजा कौन खोल देता? को जानता था वृंदावन? करलो भागवत अर्थ विचारी जुगल भजन लीला गुण नाम। करलो विचार ग्रंथ अनुपम। क्या? कौन गोविंद देव का सेवा प्रचार करता था? वृत्त तीर्थ को कौन प्रकाश करता था? भागवत का अर्थ को विचार कौन करता था? जुगल भजन लीला गुण जो नाम सब विचारो ग्रंथ अनुपम। विचारो मतलब बड़ा सूक्ष्म रूप से विचार करते हुए, जैसे विचारा क्या बोलता है कि सिर का बाल का जो चिरुनी से चीरता है, सब साफ कर देता है। इसमें भी शास्त्र को, भागवत को विचार किया। और गोविंद सेवा प्रचार किया। राधा गोविंद को वहाँ गौ दूध दे के जाता था गोमा टीला में। रूप गोस्वामी का उपलक्ष करके उन्होंने प्रकाशित किया, पुनः प्रकाशित। इनको स्थापना किया था कृष्ण का परपोता वज्रनाभों ने। काल प्रभाव से सब लुप्त हो गया था और रूप गोस्वामी को उपलक्ष करके ये प्रकाशित हुआ। इसी में भी ये लोग विग्रह प्रतिष्ठा किया नहीं, प्रकाशित तो किया। विग्रह प्रतिष्ठा लुप्त तीर्थ उद्धार और पुराण सेवा ग्रहण करना अधिक महत्व युक्त। बाद में वह मंदिर बनाया मान सिंह, जो राजा का मंत्री था। एक मंदिर बनाया। सतत गौर प्रेमे गर गर देह भ्रमये वृंदावने ना पाइए थे। सतत गौर प्रेमे, गौर प्रेम में मस्त था, सारा शरीर गदगद होता था। और वृंदावन में भ्रमण करते थे। कहाँ पर रहता नहीं है, एक एक वृक्ष तले एक एक रात्रि स्वयं। इसलिए बोलता उन्हें कोई थे मैंने कोई स्थिर रहा नहीं। विपुल पुलक भरो नयन ही निश, राई कानो बोली पड़े आँखी। विपुल पुलक, इतना पुलक, इतना आनंद, और आंखों में नयन में क्या है, पानी। राई कानो बोली पड़े ओ थे, राई कानो नाम उच्चारण करती पखीर होके गीत पढ़ते थे। भाव विभूषण सकल शरीर अनुघन बिहरई যমুনা को तीर। भाव विभूषण, इनका अंगों का विभूषण क्या है, भाव। भाव क्या होता है, खांति अव्यक्तकालत्वम विरक्तिर मानसिन्नता आशाबंध समुत्कंठ नाम गाने सदा रुचि आसक्ति स्तर गुणत्कानि प्रतिस्तर प्रसुतिस्तर इक्ता दयानुभावस्य जाते भावांकुरे। भाव का अंकुर होने से ऐसा लक्षण देखा जाए। और ये लोगों का भाव है, भाव से विवल होकर कभी कंप, कभी अश्रु, कभी पुलक और शक्ति की विकार, ऐसा समस्त शरीर में प्रकाशित होता है। और अनुक्षण निरंतर यमुना का तीर में क्या करते थे, विहरण करते थे, घूमते थे। जो जो करुणामय वृंदावन पाई भावई मनोहर सही सोई गोसाई। जिनका कृपा से क्या होता है, वृंदावन प्राप्ति होता है। और मनोहर पदवत्ता, ये हर भगत चिंता करते हैं कोई गोसाई को। यदि श्री सनातन गोस्वामी प्रभु का सोचक समाप्त। अब बोलो,
शोचक माने की है महाराज
हैं?
शोचक, शोचक माने
सोचक में उनका लिए जो अनुताप,
अनुताप,
शोक करना। तो शोक शब्दटा वही जगते प्रचलित। सोचकटा इनका महिमा कीर्तन रूप से ये रोना आदि शौक। और जगत में दुख से रोना आदि चला जाने से उनका विरह में रोता है।
আর একটা আপনি বললেন ভালো মন্দ নাই বাছে, তার মানে কি হলো?
अच्छा है बुरा है विचार नहीं करते। दोनों कृष्ण का करुणा है, इसलिए ये अच्छा है बुरा है विचार नहीं। एक उच्च कुलस होते निम्न कुलस होते विचार नहीं। एक खूबसूरत एक उससे विचार नहीं। किसी प्रकार की अच्छा बुरा का ये विचार नहीं।
Srila Maharaj was speaking on, first we heard from him about Srila Rupa Goswami Pada. And before some days, Srila Maharaj started speaking about Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada. In between there were some tithis, that's why Maharaj was speaking on special days. But today again he continued with glorifying Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada. In our Gaudiya Giti Guchha, in Bengali, these kirtans are being written by different Vaishnavas. And the name of these kirtans are Shad Goswami Shochak. First, it says Shad Goswami Shochak means the writer, the compiler of these kirtans. He is feeling a deep separation from devotees like Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, etc. I asked Maharaj that what is the meaning of the word Shochak, because it is written Shad Goswami Shochak, Rupa Goswami Shochak, Sanatana Goswami Shochak. So what is the meaning of Shochak? There is a word which appears in Srimad Bhagavatam, Shok Moho Bhayapaha, that if somebody takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam, then what happens? Shok Moho Bhayapaha. Three things disappear from his life. First thing is Shok. Shok means those things which a person was having in the past, but somehow or other he lost it, and for many years he laments for it. Those things what he was having in the past, but now he does not have, and he laments for it. That particular thing is called shok, lamentation. That kind of lamentation for the things in the past is called shok. And then second thing is called moha. Shok moha bhayapaha. Moha. Moha means a person, whatever he is having in the present time,
present time like Jota,
and he is attached with it. He cannot even think that how he can live without these things, whatever he is having in the present time. That particular attachment is called moha. And then it comes bhai. Even though general meaning of bhai is fear, but Srila Maharaj gives very special meaning in this verse. Bhai means having some kind of attachment for the things which is having now in the present for future, that I don't want to lose these things. I want that all these things stay with me for all the time. So these three things, shok, moh, bhayapaha. If one takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavat, then what happens? That lamentation for the past things, lamentation or worry for those things what is having attachment for the present things, and fear for the future completely goes away from the heart of a person who takes shelter of Srimad Bhagavat, Granth Bhagavat or Bhakt Bhagavat. Then it comes like Shri Rupa Goswami Shochak or Sanatana Goswami Shochak. So now Srila Maharaj mentioned that even though in this material world, this shok word is considered lamentation, that is a negative sense. But when devotees like this Manohar Das or other devotees, those who are writing this Rupa Goswami Shochak, what is their mood? They are feeling deep separation in their heart, and in that deep separation, they are feeling that that same personality who were carrying the message, the teachings, the conduct of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the devotees who were leading their life only for the fulfillment of his desires, the devotees from whom I used to hear Harikatha. Now where I should go, how I can find him, and where these kind of devotees are existing anymore. When he does not find all these things and laments, that lamentation in itself is called shochak. So that is what the devotees, when they are feeling deep separation in their heart, at that time, whatever pastimes or whatever things they had seen earlier with their own eyes in the life of these great personalities, it appears in the form of kirtan. Their glorification appears in the form of kirtan, and that particular kirtan is known as shochak. So in this way, we were hearing from Srila Maharaj earlier about Srila Rupa Goswami shochak, and now we are hearing about Srila Sanatana Goswami shochak. Srila Maharaj started today with, there are in this also there are 3 or 4 different kirtans. Srila Maharaj, he mercifully he read and translated 2 kirtans today. The first kirtan he started with Shri Ruper Bado Bhai Shri Sanatana Gosai. Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad. Who was he? What is his greatest glory? That he is the elder brother of Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad took shelter also at his lotus feet and accepted him as his guru. Pathasar Ujir Hoya Chilo. In his past life, he was a prime minister of a king, Hussain Shah Badshah. Badshah means emperor. He was the prime minister of Emperor Hussain Shah, and his brother Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he was the finance minister of that emperor. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad and Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, they got this opportunity to meet with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Mahaprabhu was going from Jagannath Puri to Vrindavan. On the way, he visited this place where Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami was staying, in Ramkeli Gram. After receiving his darshan, after receiving his mercy, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, in a very few days, he left Ramkeli Gram and visited his native place, resigned from his post. Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, it was not possible for him to immediately give resign. But what he started doing, he also stopped going for work, sitting in his own place, inviting so many great scholars who can read Srimad Bhagavatam and speak the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam, discussing with them one verse with 20-30 scholars to get to relish the real meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam verses. In this way he was spending some of his time and stopped going for his work. When the emperor asked that why this prime minister is not coming nowadays at all, he is not appearing in the assembly, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad sent the message that I am not feeling well. Then this emperor, he sent one doctor, one person to his place that go and check what had happened. When this person arrived, he saw that Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad is having not any physical disease. What he is doing, he is discussing Srimad Bhagavatam with many scholars. He reported the emperor, and then the emperor came. And he asked him that why you don't want to work, why you don't want to come. said, I don't feel like that. Then this king, he mentioned that, oh, I considered you as my elder brother. I always take advice from you. I don't do anything without your permission. And you are the one who take care of everything. I don't know many things. If you will not come, how it is possible that everything will run properly? Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada mentioned, I don't know, but I cannot come. At that time, King Emperor became little angry with him. And then Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada mentioned that what I want to do, I am doing. I want to do that. And what you want to do, you can also do that. If you think that I am doing something wrong, then you can punish me. King became angry with that, or he was having some fear in his heart that he didn't want to lose Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada. That's why he was about to come to Odisha at that time, from Bengal to Odisha. But he put Srila Sanatana Goswami Prabhupada into prison, into jail. This particular thing is been mentioned here, that he was being put into the jail by the king. At that time he was unable to decide that what is my duty, how can I escape from this place. Finally, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad sent him a letter. Shri Ruper Patra Pe Bandi Haite Palaiye Kashi Pure Gaurange Bhetila. That he received a letter from Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, in which it was mentioned, Srila Maharaj mentioned he gives two different interpretations of the words which was being written by Srila Rupa Goswami Pad. Srila Rupa Goswami Pad wrote that where is the Yadupuri of Krishna? Where is the place of Lord Ramchandra where he manifested his pastimes? So, in this way, Srila Maharaj interpreted today that all these things in this material world is temporary. Nothing is permanent. So, your staying in prison is also temporary. It cannot be permanent. So, there is no need to worry. I have kept some coins, golden coins with one businessman. I am asking him to send to you 10,000 golden coins. He will send to you, and you can do whatever you want with that. Give bribe, do whatever is possible, somehow or other try to escape yourself. So when Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad 7,000 उसने दिया. So when Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, he was having this coins with him, he started speaking with the jailer who was taking care of him, that earlier I appointed you at this job, I helped you a lot. Now the time has come when I am asking you to help me. If it is possible, you can release me from here somehow or other. But this person, this jailer, he was fearful. He said, how I can do that? If this king will come to know this, then he will definitely give me a very big, great punishment. How I can do that? Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, because he was a very intelligent person, like a Brihaspati, so he kept these golden coins in front of him, 7,000 golden coins in front of him. By seeing those golden coins, this person immediately changed his mind. Earlier, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad even mentioned him that, oh, if you will release me, I am making a promise that I will not stay even nearby. I am going very far away, because he was staying with most of the Muslim people. That's why he mentioned the word even, which has been recorded in Chaitanya Charitamrita, that I will be going to a Makkah, whatever you call it. In Hindi we call Makkah. So I will be going to that place, and it's very far. King will never even come to know that what I am doing and where am I. But still this person was not agreed. When he kept this 7,000 coins in front of him, then he was immediately agreed. And the fear gone away from his mind. Srila Maharaj quotes one verse at this place. Kama turanam na bhayam na lajja. Kama turanam. Those people, this kamatur means is having also two different interpretations. Kamaturanam, a person who is having 100,000 of desires in his heart. When he gets a chance to fulfill his desires, then immediately what happens? The fear disappears from his heart. Even though fear is there, the fear of death, fear of punishment, many things are there. But when this lust manifests in one's heart, then immediately what happens? His fearness as well as bhayam nalajja and his shyness completely goes away. He becomes nirlaj ko kya bolenge?
Shameless.
Shameless. He becomes shameless. He becomes fearless. So in this way, this person was having no shame that, oh, from whom I am going to take this coins. A same person who helped me a lot for nothing. But still, he was having no shame. He accepted the money. And fear also gone away. That, oh, if king will come to know what kind of punishment he will give me, that thing also disappeared from his heart. So in this way, he received these 7,000 coins and get ready that yes, I can release you. Srila Maharaj mentions one more thing at this point, that Srila Sanatana Goswami Pada, the way he showed these points, then and only then this person's fear goes away, gone away. So in the same way, unless like a cashier or in the bank manager or whosoever, does not matter how much they speak about money or they transfer money from here to there, nobody gets attachment for that or greed to get that money, because they know it does not belong to them. But as soon as somebody like
Who owns it?
no. If somebody like forgets his bag full of money and then a person looks at it, immediately greed comes in the heart just by seeing it, that oh, this person is not taking care of it and I can have it immediately. So in this way greed manifests. So Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad gave this money to him, having no attachment for that money, because in reality that money was insignificant for him. The kind of wealth he was having, that was much more than this one. He left everything but to speak of this, just for the mercy, just for the association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They gave up everything. In this way, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, he came to Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kashi. On the way, he met with his sister-in-law, brother-in-law. At that time, his brother-in-law gifted him a blanket, which was very costly, at the same time very good looking. So that blanket, as soon as this person got, Srila Sanatana Goswami got, even though he did not want it, but he forced him to take it. Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad came to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Kashi. Srila Maharaj mentions at this point that how he was staying in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya, Chandrasekhar Vaidya. There are two devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Chandrasekhar Vaidya and Chandrasekhar Acharya. So in Kashi there was Chandrasekhar Vaidya. Mahaprabhu, because he is omniscient, he asked Chandrasekhar Vaidya that go outside, just check if there is somebody, any Vaishnava outside. He came outside, he saw here and there everywhere, even though he saw Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, but still he came back and informed Sriman Mahaprabhu that no Vaishnava is outside, nobody is there, no Vaishnava. Then Sriman Mahaprabhu asked him that, oh, if whoever is there, just bring that person. Then Srila Chandrasekhar Vaidya called Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, who looked like a Muslim mendicant. Why? Because his dress was like that, and on the way it became very dirty. His hairs also grown very long, his beard also grown, his nails also grown. So in this way, when he saw him, he called him, "Oh Fakir, oh Muslim mendicant, come here, Prabhu is calling you inside." Oh Darvesh. Darvesh means Muslim sadhu. That, oh, you come in. As soon as he came inside, at that time Sriman Mahaprabhu, just by seeing him, even though Srila Sanatana Goswami paid his pranams, but Sriman Mahaprabhu, he came close to him, hold him and embraced him. Tears started flowing from his eyes, and in this way he started touching each and every bodily part of Srila Sanatana Goswami, his limbs, and started cleaning like a cow does with her calf, or a mother after seeing her son after a very long time. The kind of Vasalya Rasa, the kind of parental love manifest in the heart. So that same kind of love manifested in the heart of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He embraced him. He started cleaning, touching his parts, his hands, his everything. Started cleaning, and tears started flowing from his eyes. Chandrasekhar Vaidya was surprised that who is this Muslim sadhu? Why Sriman Mahaprabhu, as a Vaishnava sannyasi, as a Vaishnava, great Vaishnava, why he is having such a close, intimate relationship with him, loving him so much? He was unable to see externally that who is he. At this point, Srila Maharaj also mentions that sadhus, one cannot recognize a sadhu just by external dress only. This is a special thing which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifested through this pastime. That does not matter whatever external features a sadhu may have, but he is only being recognized by higher authorities only with that particular Vaishnavata which is there in his heart, not external appearance. Srila Maharaj mentions here about this Ravan also, that Ravan, when he came to steal Sita Devi, at that time what kind of external wish he manifested? Tridandi sannyasi. He came as a sadhu, a sannyasi who was carrying tridand in his hand, and in this way he came to steal Sita Devi. So the intention, whatever was there in his heart, that is most prominent. That's why even though he came with that dress, but nobody calls him a Tridandi sannyasi, because his intention was to steal Sita Devi. So in the same way, external dress may have some external value, but if it does not really helps, or a person does not take help from this dress to go and make progress, then it is having in reality no value. If one takes it positively and makes it an instrument for helping him into the higher goal, taking him to the higher goal, then it is having value, otherwise not. Then Srila Maharaj mentioned that how Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad started mentioning that, oh Prabhu, who am I? I am Papi. No, first Srila Maharaj mentioned that Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, he folded his hands, he took straw under his teeth and started begging at the lotus feet of Lord that, oh Lord, I am sinful, I am auspicious, I am untouchable, I am Deen. Srila Maharaj mentioned Deen means a person who is having no satisfaction in his life at all, always unsatisfied, does not matter whatever he attains. So he said, that kind of person am I. I am not a Pandit, I am not a scholarly person who is satisfied. This is my condition, I am Durachari. I am always busy in performing those activities which are not proper at all. Sadachar means a person who stays away from asat sangha. But he is considering that I am Durachari, means I am always associating with those people, those who are not Vaishnav. I am always associating with all Vaishnav. Buddhihin, I am not intelligent at all. So why still you are touching me? I am such a heinous person. Why you are touching me? In this way he is mentioning, Srila Maharaj mentions what is the real meaning of keeping straw under one's teeth. Like in Kirtans also we sing, Dante Trina Dhori, Gal Vastra Kritanjali, Vaishnava Nikate, Dante Trina Dhori Dana Ivo Nishkapate. That when that day will be mine, when I will be taking straw under my teeth and then going and approaching a Vaishnava, asking for their blessings, begging them. So Srila Maharaj mentions, what does it mean? Who keeps teeth, who keeps straw under his teeth? Animal, buffalo or other animals. So when in the scriptures it is been mentioned that one has to approach a person with straw under one's teeth, it means one has to really come to this conclusion that I am like animal. I am busy in all activities which an animal performs. Only eating, sleeping, mating and defending. I am busy in all these kind of activities. I don't do anything else. This is my position. So when somebody with full realization, accepting this in his heart, not only like a platform speaker, but coming to the conclusion in reality, understanding this and approaching a person that, oh, this here is a person who can really transmigrate me, uplift me, transform me, like upgrading me from this plane to Vaikuntha Loka, from animalistic life to Vaishnava life, a real human life. So if one approaches such a personality with this mood, then and only then he is able to get something from him. So in this way, Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad, through his personal conduct, he showed that how when he came and approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came with this particular mood. That's why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu awarded him with so many teachings. The very first thing he asked, Kayami, who am I? I don't know, I am such a foolish person, Srila Maharaj mentions. That Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad mentioned, I am so foolish that I don't know who am I. I don't know whatever belongs, I know what belongs to me. My parents, my wealth, my position, my this, my that. I know everything what is mine. But I don't know who am I. In reality, whatever my is there, it derives from I. But an unintelligent person, he knows whatever is mine, but he does not know who am I. So he admitted with his words also that, oh, but this is my position. So one after another, Srila Maharaj mentioned many things today. So I think we just stop here today, and tomorrow we will hear more. Because Maharaj, it's difficult for him to sit for a long time, so we just stop here. Hare Krishna.
Gol Pramanande.